The global semiconductor industry has become a critical battleground in the ongoing geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China. At the heart of this conflict lies the Netherlands-based semiconductor equipment manufacturer SML, which has found itself entangled in the high-stakes game of technological supremacy. As the world's only provider of the most advanced chip-making machines, ASML has become a prime target for both Washington and Beijing, each vying to control the flow of this crucial technology. Since 2019, restrictions have been in place that prevent ASML from selling its most sophisticated machines to China. These restrictions were further tightened in September 2023 when the Dutch government introduced stricter export controls, citing national security concerns. This move was followed by the Netherlands aligning with Washington's new export measures, which included a SML's TwinScan NXT930D machine if it contained any American-made parts. In January of this year, the Dutch government went a step further, curbing shipments of 2 more chip-making machines to China. The Netherlands' difficult position. The Netherlands finds itself in a delicate diplomatic and business balancing act. On one hand, the Dutch government needs to protect the interests of its NATO partners, particularly in the context of Russia's ongoing conflict with Ukraine. China's alliance with Vladimir Putin has emerged as a crucial factor in this equation. Prime Minister Mark Rutte has emphasized the importance of China, understanding that any Russian victory in Ukraine would pose an immediate threat to the Netherlands and Europe. At the same time, the Netherlands must align its policies with the European Union's strategy of de-risking rather than outright decoupling from China. The government must also weigh the potential economic impact on ASML and the country itself, as the chip-making giant is one of the Netherlands' crown jewels and a significant contributor to its tech ecosystem. The high-stakes negotiations. The Dutch government, U.S. export policy chief, and ASML are set to meet in a high-stakes negotiation on servicing contracts with China. The outcome of this meeting will have far-reaching implications for the geopolitical chipboard. While the Netherlands has been reluctant to make a blanket decision on the issue, its response will likely be shaped by its security priorities, particularly its support for Ukraine in the ongoing conflict with Russia. The Netherlands' stance on ASML's servicing contracts with China is also influenced by its concerns over Russia's potential access to dual-use technologies, such as the ones ASML's machines are capable of producing. Rutte has called on China to ensure that important technology like ASML's machines do not fall into Russian hands, underscoring the government's apprehension about the implications of a Russian victory in Ukraine. The impact on ASML's operations. The potential new restrictions on ASML's servicing contracts with China would eventually hurt the company's profits, as maintenance accounts for approximately 20% of its total revenue. However, the chip-making giant is also one of the Netherlands' biggest employers and most profitable businesses, with a turnover of Euros 27.6 billion in 2022. The Dutch government must carefully weigh the economic and geopolitical consequences of any decision it makes. China's resilience and innovative potential. While individual Chinese chip makers or plants that are denied a license could be severely impacted, as ASML machines are essential for chip production and hard to replace, experts suggest that Chinese chip makers have shown surprising resilience to US-led sanctions so far. They believe that China will continue to find ways to engineer around these restrictions, potentially becoming even more innovative in the process. The Dutch government's decision on ASML's servicing contracts with China also has implications for the chip-making giant's future. Curbing these licenses could complicate the government's efforts to prevent ASML from moving its operations abroad, as the company is the Netherlands' biggest and Europe's most valuable firm. The pressure from the US. The Biden administration has been actively pressuring the Netherlands to curb ASML's servicing licenses, at least since last year. US export policy chief Alan Estevez has publicly stated that Washington is urging its allies not only to block shipments of high-end chip-making tools, but also to reconsider existing servicing contracts. The Netherlands must also align its policies with the European Union's strategy of de-risking rather than outright decoupling from China. This approach aims to mitigate the risks associated with economic and technological interdependence while maintaining some level of engagement with the Chinese market. The potential impact on US-Europe relations. Ultimately, the Netherlands' decision on SML's servicing contracts with China could have significant implications for its relationship with the United States. If the Rutte government aligns with Washington's demands, it could further strengthen the transatlantic alliance and its security priorities, particularly in the context of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. However, it could also complicate the Netherlands' efforts to maintain a balanced approach in its dealings with China, a key trading partner. The Netherlands finds itself at the epicenter of a high-stakes geopolitical battle where the interests of its NATO allies, the European Union, and its own economic well-being collide. As the custodian of ASML, a technological powerhouse that has become a critical pawn in the US-China chip war, the Dutch government must navigate a complex diplomatic and business landscape, carefully weighing the various factors at play. The decisions made in the coming months will not only shape the future of ASML, but also have far-reaching implications for the global semiconductor industry and the broader geopolitical landscape. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.